Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at the most challenging boss encounters in Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Obviously, that means spoilers lie ahead.
After all these years, all those battles, no one has pushed me this far!
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Alternate Sargons.
This place and its tricks. Not tricks, a better version. We'll see how true that is.
As players explore the Cursed Citadel, they'll soon find there's more than one version of themselves. Incarnations of the hero from alternate timelines will pop up periodically, challenging you to combat. They waste no time either, kicking off each fight with wild speed. Of course, you are fighting yourself, so you'll theoretically know what combos to look out for. They do have different Athra Surge abilities, which can turn a fight if you're not careful. The hardest of these fights is naturally when the game decides you can handle two bosses at once. The alternate Sargon fights are basically there to make sure you're practicing your combat reflexes. The Jailer. The Jailer of the Sacred Archives is a pretty intimidating sight when you first lay eyes on him. The blind protector can hear anything near him, and if that's you, he'll disrupt whatever it is you're trying to do and haul you off to prison. He phases away and heals if you start attacking him, so players must be patient until his actual fight later. That proves to be a giant pain, as the Jailer can summon a bunch of friends to back him up throughout. His summons are all different, as well as annoying when working together. He'll also teleport to you, so you constantly need to be moving to avoid the group's damage. Jahandar. The Manticore Jahandar is the first big fight you'll come across in the story. Since it serves as a hurdle to get to the true meat of the game, it's about as vicious as you'd expect the mythological creature to be. With claws as big as Sargon, some problematic projectiles, and a tail with a wide range, the fight provides a test of what you've learned thus far. It's also the longest fight by far at this point in the game, giving you a taste of what's to come. Thankfully, its use of poison damage can be weakened by a medal easily bought at the Haven's shop beforehand, but Jahandar is still no joke. Varum.
My visions were true after all.
Whatever your visions were, I doubt you saw this coming.
The first time players fight Varum, they are meant to lose. But the second time, when you actually have a chance, well, he's still gonna work damn hard to make sure that reality still comes to pass. He's ridiculously fast, especially when he's phasing in and out of thin air, sometimes in the middle of attacks. The first section of the fight isn't too bad, given there's a second Sargon helping. But after he's knocked out, Varum's might is aimed solely at you, and if you aren't quick with your dodges or parries, he'll make you regret it. He isn't as tough as some of the fights leading up to him, but this isn't the last time he's encountered.
The Samorg is no more. It is my sacred duty to recover its powers.
Ajdaha. After making it through the Pit of Eternal Sands, Sargon comes face to face with an extremely irritable snake deity. Ajdaha has no time or interest in pulling its punches, or rather bites, as many of its attacks can't be parried. Outside of its nasty fangs and bladed tail, it also has a variety of projectiles and beams. All of its attacks hit hard, especially one that rains down red orbs, causing detrimental explosions after they land. Also of supreme annoyance is its special. Ajdaha swipes the ground with an unblockable attack, knocking you into the special beam blast that deals a ton of damage. Ajdaha simply has a lot of moves that are easy to get caught by.
You are not the one.
Kiana, the Forest Queen.
I'm always in need of new servants.
If you don't like bosses lunging at you from out of nowhere, Kiana is going to be a huge source of frustration. This wicked witch has corrupted the Soma tree and its surrounding forest, as well as the god meant to protect it. They'll jump out from the shadows, utilize a variety of annoying ranged attacks, and place explosive plants along the ground. By far the worst attack comes when Kiana demounts and you're taken into a shadow realm. Multiple copies swiftly attack you from both sides, while the real one drops an unblockable attack from above. Ubisoft revealed via a poll that players died to Kiana 7 times on average, more than any other boss in the game. Yeah, we believe it. Varum, Time and Space.
Be the first to witness the birth of a new world, Sargon.
Sargon's once respected leader serves as the final boss, and while we don't think he's the most difficult, he still puts up plenty of a fight. His health bar may drop quickly when you begin landing hits, but that's only because he actually comes in 4 phases. Basically having ascended to godhood, Varum is even quicker here than the first time around. Plus, he gains new attacks and buffs to previous ones with every phase. By the time it's all over, your palms will be sweaty with how many times you've dodged, parried, teleported, and attacked in blistering succession. On the bright side, you'll grow used to his patterns across the phases. It just might take a death or 2 to learn them.
You were right, Sargon. The Smorg's powers were never ours.
King Darius.
I knew this day would come. To rise once more.
Right before players face off against Varum, they have to contend with his dear old undead dad. King Darius may be a rotting corpse, but his strength sure says otherwise. Across 3 phases, his massive sword can cover a good chunk of the arena, and his dash attacks, one of which is a special that deals a disheartening amount of damage, are sure to make you run through a couple game over screens. On top of his ferocity, his first phase deals in ice attacks, his second deals with fire, and his third is a combination of both. It's an invigorating fight, to be sure, but the king makes both the ground and air hazardous to Sargon's health.
Defeat for me was written.
Orid.
Aye! Hold on! The Storm Master! Challenge Sargon, the betrayer!
Orid's jovial demeanor concerning death and fighting made us eager to never face him in combat. When we were forced to do so, all of our fears were proven rational. One of the generally troublesome things about this fight is Orid's weapon. He swings a double-sided anchor, which can cover his front and back. In fact, the majority of his moves can cover a huge area, taking almost no effort from him at all to knock off portions of your health at a time. That's on top of his potential to disable your Athra abilities in his second phase. It's the type of fight where one mistake is all the boss needs to send you snowballing into defeat.
You gave me the most glorious fight.
Menelaus.
You're giving me no choice.
Go figure, one of the only bosses that doesn't dwarf Sargon in size is by far the hardest to read. Most bosses in the game have some quick attacks that'll keep you on your toes, but Menelaus' speed puts them all to shame. The archer spends his first phase littering the battlefield with arrows, some you can parry, some you can't. What's annoying is that he'll also flip from side to side, and spread explosive orbs that home in on you. This is child's play compared to the second phase, though. His mobility makes him extremely hard to corner, and even if you do, there's a good to fair chance he'll pull a martial arts move to make you look like a punk. Yeah, not many of the bosses got us to rage like Menelaus. Which of these bosses posed the greatest threat to you?
These powers are mine by right. This is far from over, Sargon.
Let us know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great gaming videos every day.